The Pisces new moon is happening March 10th, 2 a.m. Pacific time, 5 a.m. Eastern time, and 10 a.m. Universal time. This is an invitation from our souls, from your higher self, my friend, from the part of you that knows your soul's blueprint, your path, an invitation to step into and co-create, keywords co-create, with the divine, a new reality that may seem to you like heaven on earth, and it may seem to you like this is going to take a leap of faith, and it is, and it's based on a breakthrough that you could have had during the Virgo full moon. I'm filming this video on the Virgo full moon. You could have had this breakthrough then. You could have this breakthrough anytime between that Virgo full moon time and the first eclipse that we have on March 25th. And this is a breakthrough about your value, what you deserve, what you will no longer settle for, where your energy has been drained, your worthiness. So this is big. This is a very important new moon, and I'm going to share much more about this in this video. So in part one of this video, which I strongly encourage you to watch, I'm going to share who will feel most affected by the Pisces new moon, as well as the aspects and the download that I received last night just before filming this video, the download I received about what this new moon really wants us to shift into. We are shifting timelines. We are moving into a brand new consciousness, and the aspects to this new moon support this. So in part one of the video, I'm going to talk all about the download I got as well as the aspects, and in part two of the video, I will be doing readings for all 12 signs, giving you a message from Spirit and pulling an oracle card for you as well. So listen to your rising sign. This is most accurate in terms of the area of life in which you'll be experiencing this new moon, and your sun and moon signs you can listen to for further intuitive messages. Before I dive deeper into this new moon in Pisces, I want to say hello and welcome. If you're new to my channel, I'm so glad you have found us. This is a like-minded community. If you want to be empowered through the astrology, you have found the right place, be sure, and you're in the right place, be sure and subscribe so that you don't miss my next video. Tap the notification bell so you'll get reminders. And hello and welcome back to those of you who have been watching my videos. I am so grateful for you. I know I tell you that every single video, but it's true. And I never take your support for granted. And happy Sunday to those of you who are joining me for the premiere of this video. You are all invited. 9 a.m. Pacific time is when we gather Sundays to commune and support one another during the premiere. I'm Betsy. I am a psychic astrologer as well as an intuitive life coach and the author of the book The Magic of Saying Yes, Answering Your Heart's True Calling. And in my videos, as well as my professional astrology consultations, I weave together spiritual principles, divine downloads, and Western tropical astrology. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll tell you more about my astrology consultations as well as my coaching and all about the free gift that I have for you, which is an instant download. If you'd like to get that instant download right away, just go to my website, subscribe to my free inspirational astrology updates, the astrology between videos, and you'll get that right away. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." One of my favorite quotes, and I would add to it, the future belongs to those of us who believe in our ability to co-create with the divine, to co-create from our souls. And this is what this Pisces new moon is all about. Now, all new moons are the beginning of a manifestational cycle. It is where we are seeding our intentions. It is where we are putting our seeds of desire into fertile soil and working with our spiritual guides and the divine and all of our human connections, the resources and support we have in the human world. We're working with all of this to create what we most desire. It's a time of deep reflection, especially in Pisces energy, which is a deep water sign. It's known as an emotional sign. So we feel Pisces energy quite deeply in our emotions, in our bodies, in our spirit. And during a new moon, both the sun and the moon are aligned in the same sign, this time in Pisces. So what our hearts most want and what we most need, which is our moon, we have to meet the needs of our moon always. The needs of our moon are aligned with our life force energy, the sun, our identity. They are aligned. They are working together. They are communing to create a new plan for our lives going forward. And this is important because, number one, all planets are direct during this new moon, and this will only be true until April when Mercury will turn retrograde. So this is an important window of time. Not only this, but this new moon is going to culminate in the first lunar eclipse that we have March 25th in Libra, which is an endings eclipse, a releasing eclipse. We are letting go of something. Synchronistically in Pisces energy, which rules the 12th house of the zodiac, which is the sign of endings, the sign of completion. Synchronistically, this new moon culminates in a completing, releasing, course-correcting, full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. So during this new moon, these seeds that we're planting, they are related to major decisions, quantum leaps in our consciousness, a shift in timelines. We are ascending, my friend. What your soul was ready to say yes to, what you wanted on a desire level before the full moon in Virgo, may be very different from what you decide to go for during this Pisces new moon, or at the very least, how you decide to go for it, how you treat yourself, how you make decisions that involve others will very likely change and be different from how it would have been before the full moon in Virgo. Why do I say this? Because that Virgo full moon was opposite Saturn, which was saying we need a course correction in our foundation. We need to create a more solid, sustainable foundation that is more supportive of our energetic well-being. And I'm going to flesh this out in a moment. First, I want to let you know who will feel this new moon most intensely, most personally. It's happening at 20 degrees of Pisces. So those of you who have planets or points between 16 and 24 degrees of Pisces or the other mutable signs of Gemini or Sagittarius, this will be more of a pivotal turning point, new moon, and I'm going to lump this together with the full moon in Virgo because I feel like the Virgo full moon was part one of this energy, of this shifting timelines of us going into a new consciousness, creating from a whole new place. Virgo full moon, part one. Pisces new moon, part two. So 16 to 24 degrees of the mutable signs, you'll feel this energy most intensely. However, because we all have 20 degrees of Pisces somewhere in our natal astrology chart, and it could be interacting with other planets or points in your chart, we are all going to feel this new moon in Pisces to a certain degree, and certainly we're all going to feel it collectively. What is going to be activated for you in terms of the archetypal energies during this Pisces new moon is your inner mystic, that your dreamer self, the ability that you have to download a vision from your soul, to follow your soul's trajectory. This new moon in Pisces wants you to partner with your soul. Pisces rules the realm of the soul. This is the invisible world. This is our unseen powers. This is our witchy powers, my friend. And when I say witchy powers, I mean the ability that we all have to conjure up a new reality, a new dream, and bring it into form, earthly form. And in Pisces, because it's the dreamer archetype, what we want to create may feel like a pipe dream. It may feel like this is my ideal. I want this beautiful work situation, this relationship, this financial situation, my health. I want this to be a certain way, and this is what it looks like. And we create this from our imagination. Wherever you have Pisces in your chart, this is where you are most creative, most artistic. Even those of you who say, I'm not artistic at all, I don't have an artistic bone in my body, we are all artists of our own life. We all are the creators of our life. Therefore, wherever you have Pisces is where you have the ability to tap into the unseen realms, to work with your angels, your guides, your spirit helpers, to create something that may even seem to you as unimaginable, impossible. I don't see any way that I can make this happen. I don't have the money. I'm too old. I don't have the strength. Whatever it is for you, you could very well have doubts that come up that say, this is maybe in your past you had the ability to create this, but then you had losses, or this could be past lives or this current lifetime where something changed for you. Your life changed in some way. You went through a divorce, you lost a job, you had a big health crisis. Something happened, and that could have affected your self-esteem and your belief in yourself to create what you most want. This new moon says we have to rectify that. We can't create a whole new reality based on our past failures, losses, mistakes. We have to create from the level of soul. From the level of soul, you are whole. From the level of soul, you have everything that you need to create what you desire. From the level of soul, you can bring in the resources that you need, the assistance, the help, the time, energy, and money to create what you most want. However, because we are human, we have egos, and our egos create from the level of survival rather than from the level of thriving, which is the soul's territory. And the ego doesn't want change. The ego doesn't want to create something that feels threatening to what it's always known. Because of this, most likely what you want to create going forward, what feels like your ideal, what feels like what your heart wants most likely it will feel in some way unattainable. So this new reality that we're conjuring up during this new moon in Pisces is probably going to require a leap of faith on your part. Anything that we create that's out of our normal, that's out of our comfort zone, requires divine assistance. We can't do it alone. And this is what I wrote my book about, the magic of saying yes to your heart, yes to your soul, answering your heart's true calling. I wrote this book because this has been my work. I needed help as someone with a stellium in the 12th house, which is Piscean territory. I needed help to learn that I was the co-creator of my own life. And for those of you who want to improve your skills at co-creating and your belief in yourself, the link to my book is in the description box below. The lower octave of Pisces energy is checking out of this physical earthly reality in some way. Different for everyone. It could be an addiction. It could be a feeling of defeat, a desire to give up, self-doubt, feeling victimized, feeling like the martyr, feeling like you're not getting back what you're putting out. And that is often because of self-sacrifice, overly giving, or guilt, unearned guilt. In Pisces, we can get so swallowed up in our emotions or so pulled by our emotions or absorbing other people's energy, we don't even know what's ours and what's theirs. Not setting the boundaries that we need to set in order to bring our dreams into reality, in order to have the energy and the desire and the inspiration and the stick-to-itiveness to stay with our dreams, even when we have ebbs and flows and setbacks. So the download that I received last night just before the Virgo full moon, and by the way, during the Virgo full moon, Mercury is at 2 degrees, which is partnering with the soul, receiving inspired information from the divine. And Mercury at 2 degrees of Pisces is making a conjunction to my natal Chiron in Pisces. So how perfect for me to be able to impart this information in this moment. Now, Virgo rules the physical body. It's our wellness in our body. It's our physical vitality. Pisces rules the energetic body. And most of us have had an experience by now that our energetics, how we manage our energy on a daily basis, it affects our physical health and our vitality. Because Pisces is associated with the subconscious mind and we create most of our reality from our subconscious, which is made up of what? Our subconscious is made up of our conditioning, past life, current life, childhood conditioning, meaning that a lot of our manifestations are based on our conditioning rather than our true self, rather than our soul's knowing, our soul's truth. Now that's a generalization. Clearly, we have all done a lot of inner work. If you're watching these videos, you probably have evolved at the soul level exponentially. However, if you're watching this video, it is also most likely true that you are continuing to evolve at the soul level. You are continuing to ascend, and I don't believe our ascension ever stops, at least as long as we're here in physical bodies. Because Pisces energy is the 12th house, it is the invisible realms, it's very easy to ignore our physical needs in Pisces energy. This is where we have energy leaks a lot of the time. We want to give, we want to serve. If you're a light worker, if you are someone who is learning astrology, if you love the metaphysical arts, if you see yourself as a healer or a desire to offer your healing energy, your love to the world, highly sensitive, empathic. You may have a tendency to sacrifice, and this could be to a tiny degree. This is different for everyone, the continuum. But you may have a tendency to sacrifice to a certain degree your physical needs, your limits, your boundaries, Pisces energy, in order to serve others. And this is the shift that it's time for us to make, my friend. Most of us who fall into this category of being givers and servers and healers, most of us are prone to say yes to things that are not necessarily fully in alignment with us. Even if you're saying yes to doing something that you love, that is your passion, are you doing it in a way that lifts your energy rather than drains it? This is the question. So Saturn opposing the full moon in Virgo was saying we have to plug these energy leaks. And these can be tiny moments, but they are still pivotal. In moments where you say yes to others and you factor their needs in more than your own. So during this Pisces new moon, we are being tasked, to Virgo word, we are being tasked to create from a place of wholeness, from a place of all of my needs are met, rather than a place of wanting to serve others so much that you give yourself away, perhaps in very teeny tiny ways, but they are energy leaks nevertheless. So this is about bringing discernment to how we do our daily life, the tiny little decisions that we make that impact our energetic well-being, that impact our ability to create our goals. Discernment, Saturn energy. Saturn says be discerning. Notice if how you are doing your daily life is supporting a sustainable, long-term, solid foundation for what your goal is, your end in mind goal, your ultimate goal, your vision for this new moon. Are the choices, the decisions that you're making, the saying yes or saying no to other people and their needs, are they in alignment with your new reality? Because this new timeline that we are now being invited to step into is saying any energetic exchange, no matter how small or big, that you make with another person has to honor your value. It has to come from a place of your bigger goal rather than from just making do with where you are in this moment. And my friend, your ego is going to object. I just want you to know that. Your ego is going to say no to you raising your value. For some of you, this is raising your prices. For others of you, this is saying no to people, even in the realm of serving others, especially in the realm for most of you of serving others, saying no to where you are giving yourself away. And how will you know? How will you know? How will you make these tiny little decisions day by day that affect your long-term success? How? By feeling what it feels like in your body. Take a moment to step back if you need to. If it's not an absolute yes, it's a no, says Cheryl Richardson. Take a moment to step back and feel how something feels in your body, and that will give you your answer. How can you tweak or change your response, your decision, your choice, so that it feels like an absolute yes in your body? Because your body's wisdom will tell you. Now on February 28th, which is an important date, it's 12 days before this new moon in Pisces, Saturn and the Sun are going to conjunct. Saturn, Sun, and Mercury, actually. We're going to have a three-way conjunction. Saturn, boundaries, discernment, solid, sustainable foundation. The Sun, your life force, your identity, the energy you have to co-create. And Mercury, the truth that is coming from the divine. All of these planets are going to line up together and show you your truth, show you what needs to be cut out, show you what needs to be eliminated from your life. And it could be just a way of being, a way of approaching. I feel this is us increasing our self-worth, increasing our self-esteem, knowing that what we have said yes to before or how we've done it before is no longer a match to our new vibration. So this is really beautiful energy for us. And what's going to help us? The most powerful aspect that is being made to this new moon in Pisces is Uranus in Taurus, which is the great awakener. It's the enlightener, and it's a sextile energy bringing in a new opportunity or a solution. Uranus in Taurus could bring in something quite miraculously feeling or quickly, a quick new possibility for you and an opening of your eyes, seeing something from a new perspective that gives you the energy and the power to say yes to your heart. Also, the modern ruler of this new moon in Pisces is Neptune, And Neptune is ahead of the sun and the moon, 7 degrees ahead at 27 degrees. Sun and the moon are at 20 degrees. The sun and the moon are moving toward Neptune. We're moving toward our vision. We're moving toward our new reality. Neptune is helping us to upgrade that vision, to value ourselves to the degree that we say yes to something that feels like something out of this world. It is out of this world. It's out of your normal world. It's out of the scope of what you have manifested before. It is a reach and a stretch. The North Node is in Aries saying, yes, go for that thing that feels like a pipe dream. Go for that thing that is risky to your ego, to your human self. And the way to work with Neptune energy is to ask questions that take you out of this current reality, because this current reality, unless your soul has already jumped timelines, unless you're already in this higher consciousness, if you're not, asking questions like, I wonder if, da 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 da. Wouldn't it be amazing if, to even be able to see what our next new reality is, we want to be in a place of that possibility of looking outside of what we have now to where our soul is leading us and guiding us. So this is why I suggest things like guided meditations, and I have several of these on my channel. I'll link to that playlist below. But we want to get into a new reality in an energetic way in order to allow our souls to speak with us. And you can do this through automatic writing as well, which I show you how to do in my book, The Magic of Saying Yes. Anything that takes you into connection with your soul, into a dialogue with your soul. My book is all about partnering with your soul. This new moon is saying we have to partner with our souls now. Everything else that we've created in our lives that has come from our conditioning or our logical mind, that has not been partnering with our souls. Partnering with your soul requires that you make that energetic connection to the divine, and that it feels real enough in your body. And I'm feeling my solar plexus right now as I speak about this. This is our center of power. We have to feel this in our center of power to have the confidence, solar plexus confidence, and the courage of our heart to act on it. So Uranus and Taurus making a sextile this new moon. It makes me want to dance. It makes me want to move my body, because this is an unexpected opportunity or solution. This is a revelation that can feel electrical, super elevating. Yes, it can happen quickly. It can be a jolt of goodness or awareness or inspiration. It's coming from the cosmic intelligence, and this is breakthrough energy. The traditional ruler of Pisces is Jupiter, and Jupiter is also making a wide sextile to the new moon. This is material wealth. This is you get what you think you deserve. This is worthiness. Everything I've been talking about in this video up until now, us knowing what we deserve and having the courage, this really feels like courage to me, having the courage to say no to the things that may serve us in this moment, that may meet our immediate needs, but they don't truly value and are respectful of our true worth. This is where the leap of faith comes in, to say no to what may seem like good enough in this moment in order to embrace and say yes to our bigger, more true, more aligned reality. And one more thing, my friend, Saturn is also in Pisces right now. We've got 4 planets and luminaries in Pisces: the sun, the moon, Neptune, and Saturn. Saturn is still here, and it's saying, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. What is sustainable for you? If your actions, decisions, or choices will not take you into your long-term vision, Saturn is saying, say no. So think of Saturn during this new moon as the wise advisor that is taking you back to your long-term, sustainable, bigger vision and saying, what will work for you? It's time to prioritize your needs, my friend. Okay, my beautiful friends, so let's do the 12 sign readings now. Listen to your rising sign. This is the area of life in which this new moon is happening for you. You can also listen to your sun sign. This is your life force personality, how this part of you will be experiencing the full moon. And your moon sign is how you'll be experiencing it on an emotional and relationship level. So let's start with Pisces, because Pisces, this is your new moon. And Pisces, this is happening in your first house. This is where you're seeding intentions for a new beginning. This is where your focus is. And for you, your focus is on the roles that you play in the world, both professionally and personally. So a role in a job or a career, a title that you call yourself as a business owner or your title at work. Also, your family titles as brother, sister, mother, uncle, father, all of those titles. Pisces, a new self is being born for you. A new identity is being born for you. And we shift our identity in this Pisces energy, which you know well. We shift it when we have shifted on an internal level. And if you watch part 1 of the video, and I hope you did, if you didn't, please go back and watch it, because it's all about how you can work with this energy with the most ease and grace. In part 1 of the video, I talk about a consciousness shift that is happening for all of us, that we are really being asked to. We don't have to go here. We don't have to go to the next level of our soul's evolution. But if you do, Pisces, you're going to feel a shift, a big shift during this new moon that you're having in your sign. You're going to feel like, what was okay for me before, what I settled for before, what I said yes to before, I can't continue on that same vein. Or maybe you are simply setting boundaries in a new way that you haven't set them before. Maybe you're being more self-honoring, self-loving. This is what this energy is asking you to do. Your message from Spirit, Pisces, is keep moving forward joyfully. When I tune into your energy, I got this image of you riding a bicycle in the sun on a path with trees all around. It was very light and joyful. So that's really beautiful. I was saying keep moving forward, but do it with joy, and whatever is robbing your joy, it's time to eliminate that. So I'm putting the cards all together here. And I'm going to pull a card. If you saw them, they're all like all over the place. So Pisces, a new self is being born during this new moon for you. And because we're having this Uranus sextile, it could be surprising to you even. You could be surprisingly stepping into a whole new level of self-respect and self-esteem. So let's see what the card is for Pisces. Ah, beautiful Pisces. Your card is friendship. Call a friend when you are mirrored with love. See yourself clearly. I love this card so much. The physical affection, the tenderness, the compassion, the sweetness. What's also coming to me is being your own best friend. And I know that's a trite phrase, but that's coming to me as along the lines of what I spoke about in part 1 of the video, being partnering with your soul, partnering with that part of you that gives you love and compassion. And I do have a separate video on reparenting yourself, inner child healing, that you guys may want to check out if you find this a bit challenging or you want to go to the next level of self-love. We're always going to the next level of self-love. You deserve during this new moon, and this will really help you to move forward, to be mirrored, to spend time with another person. And sometimes I have certain friends that I say, let's just have like a soul talk. You tell me about you and what you want for the new moon, and I'll tell you what I want for the new moon, and we'll mirror it back to each other, and we'll be each other's cheerleaders, each other's creative champions. So that will really help you. And Pisces, the other thing that's coming in for me right now is forgiving yourself for anything that happened in a past. And some of you may heal a friendship or have a conversation with a friend you haven't spoken to for a while during this new moon that will also be really healing to your heart. Okay, Aquarius. Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. Thank you, by the way, to all of you who said all of those sweet, sweet comments about my singing in the Pisces video, the Pisces season video. That was really, really sweet. It was quite lovely. So Aquarius, you are having this new moon in Pisces in your second house of earned income, your values, your self-esteem, your self-love. And this is pivotal. This is also the house of material security, our prized possessions. This is everything earthly that gives us a sense of self-esteem. And I'm doing this and I'm aligning my life with my values. And the reason it's so pivotal during this new moon is because this new moon is asking us to co-create, as I speak about in part 1 of this video, asking us, supporting us to co-create from a whole new level of self-honoring and knowing what we deserve. Even though our life does not match that right now. Our life, whatever your life is right now, it will probably not be a match for this next new timeline that the Virgo full moon and the Pisces new moon are elevating us into. So this is a stretch and a reach. So for you, a new moon in your second house is you deciding what you want, planting those seeds of intention for these areas of your life, your income, a job. Often this means that you are, with a moon here, you're saying, I'm not happy with the money that I have or that I'm earning. I'm not happy with my job. What my current life is not a match for my values. The thing, I have possessions that I want to bring into my life, or I have possessions that I'm ready to let go of or sell, because Pisces is letting go energy too. It's releasing energy. So your message from Spirit, Aquarius, I need a breath. Your message from Spirit is be open to the new that is coming in. There is a new coming into you. Open up to receive it. There's a new level of self-esteem for you that's coming in. And as I say that, I'm getting an image of you talking with friends. I know you guys are already very community oriented and you love schmoozing in groups, most of you. I see you with other people. This could be one or more people, and it's really boosting your energy. It's really, and a lot of you, because we have Mars and Venus in Aquarius right now, and they did that conjunction, which I speak about in my Pisces season video. If you haven't watched that yet, that would be helpful. That may have really activated you, Aquarius. You could have really felt that in a really beautiful way. Okay, so let me now shuffle for you, Aquarius, and let's see, because Aquarius, this is the dawning of the age of you. See, it's good to be able to crack yourself up. That's what I do. I crack myself up and it raises my vibration. Imagine me being your mom. Ask my daughters, they'll tell you. And speaking of that, playfulness. Play with a child. Children are your greatest teachers. That is so funny that I mentioned my kids and then this playfulness card comes out. It's time to be more playful for you. This is going to infuse your energy with new life to take care of your inner child. That may happen as you play with a child, if you have children or grandchildren or your friends' children, nieces and nephews and so forth. But also being creative, because we are conjuring a new reality, and this is the magician. This is your magician self conjuring your new reality based on what your inner child wants, based on what that part of you. What did you want to do, Aquarius, when you were very young? Did you do it? Did you give yourself permission to do it? Because this may be the time to give yourself a new permission to follow the inspiration of your inner child. And if you want to claim that inspired new reality, beautiful Aquarius, claim it in the comments below. Okay, Capricorn. Hello, beautiful Capricorn. Capricorn, you are experiencing the Pisces new moon, which gives you a sextile. There's a sextile energy, which is a beautiful flow, a new opportunity. This is you saying yes to your heart. This is you taking advantage of an option. You're asking, how do I, whatever your how do I is, it's different for everyone. But for you, you're asking, how do I make this happen? And this is where you get the sextile energy from the new moon that brings in the information you need to make it happen. For you, Capricorn, this is your third house of communication. Beautiful, because the third house is ruled by Mercury, and that's where we get those downloads. That's where we get the new information coming in, the conversations, the communications, I'm just feeling very connected to Spirit in this moment. It's coming through in your immediate environment, your hood, your neighbors, your siblings, your aunts, uncles, and cousins, anything in your local environment, any people that you interact with, the daily ins and outs, and also your emails and your writing and your presenting if you present. I'm getting an image of a school, you going to school, you taking a child to school, you going to a library, someplace where it's connected with learning, and you having a conversation perhaps with someone that brings you that new opportunity. Capricorn, your message from Spirit is this can be an easier climb for you. You guys love to climb mountains. You guys love to set goals and reach the goal. Of course, we all like to set goals, but you guys are the mountain goat. You are associated with having the stick-to-itiveness, the stamina, the patience to climb that mountain. And Spirit is saying, can you allow this to be an easier climb than maybe you've, there's a certain thing with Capricorn energy, and I have Saturn in Capricorn, so I know this well. There's a certain thing that sometimes in Capricorn energy, we can immediately assume that something's going to be hard. It comes from our conditioning, but this doesn't have to be hard is what Spirit is saying. Can you give yourself the permission to have an easeful, graceful experience? Intend ease and grace is what Spirit's saying. So let's see what the cards have to say now. Beautiful Capricorn for you. Wisdom. Let go of the need to control. Trust in the wisdom of a divine plan. Isn't this such a beautiful card? I love this card so much. This card is about the wisdom that is in your soul. And when we trust in that divine plan, that wisdom can come through. There is a divine plan that may be happening in a different timing than your ego or human self wants it to happen or expects it to happen, Capricorn, and I know that's really difficult. I don't have a lot of patience myself with Mars and Aries. But I'm learning to be more patient, and Saturn in Capricorn helps me with that. And in Capricorn energy, we often want to control. We feel more safe. We feel more comfortable when we're in control. And yet, the divine plan may have a bigger, better, more fruitful plan for you. And that's the timing that's going to happen anyway. No matter what we do, it's going to happen anyway. So you are being given a permission slip to let go of the reins of control and flow in this Pisces energy and allow that inspiration to come through. Instead of pushing the river, floating on the river and letting yourself receive. Beautiful Capricorn. So if you want to claim that wisdom, that trust, that readiness to receive, or whatever you want to claim, claim it in the comments below. I would love to hear. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, let's dance, Sagittarius. So many of you were also so sweet in your comments about my singing, and I so want to thank you for that. It was very, very sweet of you. So Sag, you're having the Pisces new moon in a very important place. This is your 4th house of family and home and childhood conditioning. It's the most personal point in our chart, the 4th house, and this is where we're getting a new uplift in consciousness. During this new moon, this is where we're receiving a breakthrough, and for you, you're getting a square. All the mutable signs have been really affected by the Pisces energy, the Virgo full moon that we just had, Saturn in Pisces. We're all experiencing it, those of us with planets and points in the mutable signs. And you, Sagittarius, are getting a square with this new moon, and that means it could feel like pressure and tension, but it will motivate you. It will motivate you to, because as humans, we're not going to sit in tension for very long, right? We're going to make a move. We're going to take action. We're going to do the inner work that we need to do in order to break out of any feelings that are uncomfortable. So this new moon may feel uncomfortable for some of you if you have planets or points in the range that I spoke about in part 1 of this video. You will want to break through that tension, but you will also then receive the treasure that we get, the enlightenment that we get, the new possibility and opportunity, and valuing yourself. This is about valuing ourselves at a new level. This new moon is, as I see it, what I'm receiving from the divine. And your message from Spirit is focus, Sag, focus. Spirit says you deserve to prioritize the dream that you want next, the thing that you want next, your new reality that's coming through on this new moon, the seeds that you're planting, your intentions. You deserve it and value it, even if it feels out of this world, even if it feels like it's not possible for you to create. For example, if you want a new home and you want your own home, or you want an upgrade in your home, whether you buy it or you rent it, and you feel like I can't afford what I want, that is where you're being asked to take a leap of faith and intend it anyway. Or maybe you want to heal a relationship with someone close to you, a family member, a soul sister or soul brother. Same thing, and you don't see how it will happen. Same thing. Intending it, asking the divine, asking spirit to help you. This is where we're going to have a breakthrough with that Uranus sextile. This is where we're going to have a breakthrough, and we're going to be surprised, I think, at what we can actually create, how much support there actually is in the universe. So let me pull a card for you, Sag, and see what the cards have to say. Sag, your card is help. Ask for help. Receiving is an act of generosity. Sometimes when we ask for help, we feel like we've got to give it back. We have to. We don't ask necessarily. We may not ask because we're afraid that we are then going to be somehow indebted to the other person, or we have to give what we are asking for and we don't have the energy perhaps to give that. This card is saying, no, you're actually being generous to the other person by asking for it. And besides that, all of us are just conduits of the divine. Even if you ask someone and they say no, the divine, you're really asking the divine, and the divine can bring you what you need in a lot of different ways. So be open to receiving in ways that you don't expect the help to come. Beautiful Sag. Claim your ability to receive. This is about receiving for you. This is about you no longer doing it alone. You deserve the help of the universe. You are a child of the divine. You deserve the help, the resources, the time, the energy, the money, the honoring, just as much as anyone else. Okay, Scorpio, beautiful Scorpio. Beautiful Scorpio, you are having the Pisces new moon, which makes a trine to your energy. It's the wind at your back. It is ease, it's positive energy flow. You're receiving this. Beautiful new moon energy in your 5th house of play, creativity, your full out unbridled inner child expression, and your children, if you have children, or children that you spend time with, love and romance, adventure. Beautiful place to have a new moon. You will be intending, planting seeds for what you want, what you desire in any of these areas of life, including freedom, a desire to be free, a desire to be able to create what your heart most wants in terms of any kind of artistic project, any way that you put your expression out into the world. And also how you support your own inner child and any children you're with. And for many of you, I know, because I know a lot of my listeners desire a partnership, a real soul-connected partnership and a romantic life, which is beauty, right? This is the house of creating beauty as well. This is a beautiful new moon for intending that as well. This new moon is asking you to raise your vibration. It is moving you into the next timeline. Should you choose to accept your marching orders, you are being taken into a new elevation, a new soul's evolution. And your message from spirit, which means we're rising, right? We have to rise. We have to go out of our comfort zones, and that requires divine support and assistance. Which often comes through other people. It can come through an astrology reading, for example, from me or someone else. It can come through support from a coach. It can come through Reiki healing or massage. It can come in a lot of different ways. We are all conduits of divine love, right? Scorpio, your message from spirit is, when I tuned into your energy, I got a warmth in my solar plexus. It felt beautiful, warm. To me, that's confidence. That's you being in your power. That's you feeling like you are in your power and you can create what you want. And the spirit said, believe that you have the power to co-create your reality. We are all coming into a new awareness of how powerful we are as divine co-creators. We were not born with this, most of us. I mean, we were born with it, but most of us were not conditioned, meaning taught, received the truth. Most of us didn't receive this truth from our environment, whether it was teachers, helpers, parents, siblings, and so forth. Most of us didn't receive that, or the mirroring or the feedback that we needed from others to know that this is our power, right? To know that this is our superpower. And Scorpio, by the way, I have a whole playlist on superpowers. And the one on Scorpio, I don't know why some of them get a lot more views than others, but I can tell you that the Scorpio one has one of the most views. And Scorpio, I was just interrupted by a phone call. So what I wanted to say though is that video may remind you of your superpower, and that may help you in your co-creating during this Pisces new moon. So let's now, beautiful Scorpio, pull a card for you. Pisces new moon. Progress. I love this. Look at this person going forward. If this isn't power, which was what your message from Spirit is about, what is Scorpio? It says charge forward. Be willing to make mistakes. I love this so much. Yes. Okay. No matter what I do, the light is the same. Yes. Mistakes are just mistakes. They are just, to me, mistakes are just us learning along the way. Whoever told us that we had to get it right the first time? That was not true information. This is how we learn. So maybe this will be a learning curve for you. I know it will be for a lot of us, but because you're getting this trine, I think that you may also have quite a lovely experience. If you want to claim your power, check out this horse. If you want to claim your power and your progress, not perfection, Scorpio, claim it in the comments below. I'd love to hear. And you inspire all of us when you do. Okay, Libra. Hello, beautiful Libra. Libra, you are having the Pisces new moon in your 6th house of daily health, wellness, everyday work, your routines and your schedules, your supervisors, your co-workers. This is the house of where we are taking care of our bodies through our nutrition and through our exercise, where you are very aware of your physical vitality. And in Pisces energy, as I spoke about in part 1 of this video, we are very much connected to our energetic vitality, which of course is, very much linked. They're on the same axis. That Pisces, our energetic capacity to co-create a reality that is only in our imagination as a beginning, and we're bringing that into form. 6th house, your physical wellness. So this is what you're going to experience during this new moon. I feel that a lot of you are making a shift in a routine, whether it is a physical health kind of routine, and maybe some of you will do a cleanse during this new moon, or you will decide to stop buying those cookies, which is a decision I usually make. No more pastries, no more cookies. This is my downfall, so to speak. But isn't it funny that I use the word downfall, right? Because I actually really, really love French pastries, and we could call it something else. This is my tendency, my addictive tendency, let's say. I think we all have addictive tendencies in different areas of life. But Libra, as this pertains to you, there is some sort of shift that you're making in an area of your life that does affect your daily wellness habits, vitality. And so this could be you want a new job. This could be you want a new kind of schedule. You want more time for your creativity. You want more time to work out. You want more time to watch a movie every now and then. It's different for everyone. Whatever feels lacking in your life, you're going to be very aware of it during this Pisces new moon, and you're going to want to rectify it, and you're going to be co-creating that. Should you take the marching orders of the Pisces new moon, you're going to be co-creating that from a very new consciousness, from a new place of what you deserve, rather than meeting other people's needs, rather than saying yes to other people. And this is all of us. We're all clearing away to the extent that we're ready for it and our consciousness is taking us there. We are all clearing away energy drains, self-sacrifice. So what a perfect place, Libra, to have this new moon. It's going to be very supportive of you in changing something that increases your wellness. And your message from Spirit is you're doing a mind clearing during this new moon, or this is what Spirit is suggesting. Clear away the static from your mind. Spirit says Mercury is in Aries during this new moon. Mercury in Aries will make an opposition to your energy, and this is a wake up for some of you, that your mind may be saying things, stories, ideas, thoughts that are not the best for you, that don't increase your energy. Whatever doesn't increase your energy, it's time to let it go. Spirit also said, choose your first, you know this phrase, first thought is our best thought? Your first thing that feels good to you, that is coming from love rather than fear, is your best thought. So if you're trying to make a decision, Libra, the thought that elevates your energy, even if there's other stuff, there's a fear of disappointing others maybe in this, a fear of hurting others. Sometimes people aren't happy. Our decisions don't always positively affect others, especially if we're leaving someone behind. That's hard. I know it's hard emotionally, but what is most self-loving is what you're being directed to strongly during this new moon, Libra. So let's see what the cards have to say for you. Libra. Pleasure, Libra. Oh, this card is so juicy. Do something just for fun. Pleasure is one of life's essential nutrients. I love the way she wrote this, Cheryl Richardson. Pleasure is one of life's essential nutrients. Were you taught this? I know I wasn't taught this, although I can say that my mom, both my parents were Leos, and my mom, being a Sag moon, very fiery, was very good at saying yes to pleasure. So she did mirror that and model, that's the word, model that for me. However, we also watch other people deprive themselves of pleasure at times, right? And if you received some of that as a child, Libra, or if there's a fear from an experience you had as a child or in a past life where pleasure equaled pain, brought pain in some way, then you may be prone to sacrificing your pleasure. This new moon says no more self-sacrifice. Check out this card, all the pinkish purple. This is a high vibration card. This is a crown chakra card. She is with her cat. She is taking time out for pleasure. And this cat is playfully poking at the bubble. So if you have bubbles, playing with bubbles can bring us back to our childlike self. But this is asking you to bring yourself back to a childlike way of being, if only for a few moments at a time, beautiful Libra, to bring you into a whole other vibration, a higher vibration from which you can create your new beautiful reality that you deserve, Libra. You deserve the very best. If you want to claim your pleasure and your permission slip to go after pleasure, receive pleasure, give yourself time for that, we will all be inspired by it. Let us know in the comments below. Okay, Virgo, hello, beautiful Virgo. Virgo, you are experiencing this Pisces new moon in your 7th house of partnerships, your 7th house of committed relationships, which is both professional and personal partnerships. So it is those romantic, marriage and the partnerships that we take seriously. And it's also like business partners and clients and other people that, to a certain degree, we have a mutual agreement, spoken or unspoken, to support one another, to partner with one another. Virgo, this new moon in Pisces opposes your energy, and oppositions always bring a certain amount of tension. If the 20-degree Virgo new moon degree is connecting with any of your planets or points within orb, that opposition requires us to move through discomfort into a breakthrough. It is breaking through, breaking free energy, especially with Uranus and Taurus, making a sextile, which is beautiful, positive energy flow, bringing an opportunity or a solution. So that is on offer for you, but you may have to move through some discomfort to get there. With a new moon in your house of committed partnerships, you are thinking about partnership, whether personal or professional, and you are breaking through something that has been an energetic obstacle or a real life physical obstacle to you having what you want, beautiful Virgo. So let's see. Oh, and your message from Spirit is that you deserve to break free. You deserve more freedom in your life. So there's something that is, what I'm getting right now is it's coming through the crown chakra. There is something that is a belief or some way you were conditioned or a person you've been around that has this belief that is keeping you from living more true to your soul. We can always go into the next level of living true to ourselves. We can always, we're always ascending into more and more freedom. And when I say freedom, I mean living true to who we really are. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say for you, beautiful Virgo. Magnificence, yes, yes, another one of my favorite cards in this deck. Own your magnificence. The world needs your brilliance and grace. The world needs you, Virgo. We need your brilliance and grace. And we need it from a place of you valuing you rather than you sacrificing you. So if you don't give yourself regular hugs, if you don't get regular massages, if you don't do the things that help you to cherish you, this card is an invitation to do so. Also, I have a video on inner child healing that may be helpful. I always link that in the description box below. You are brilliant, Virgo. You are, with this new moon, you are being supported to step into your brilliance and your grace. And if you want to claim that brilliance and grace, claim it in the comments below. I love hearing, and all of us, I think, who read the comments really enjoy other people's inspired comments as well. Okay, Leo. Hello, beautiful Leo. Leo, you're having the Pisces new moon in your 8th house of power. Power and control, transformation, death and rebirth, shared resources in partnership, and also, so that's all resources, earthly resources, time, money, and energy. Also your physical, your emotional, your sexual intimacy with others. We call this the house of power for a reason, because it does connect to those things that give us a sense of power or where we can feel powerless. So this new moon in Pisces is taking us all, should we say yes to our mission, is taking us to a new level of our power. And you will feel that most intensely, Leo, with a new moon in the 8th house. This is also connected to taxes and loans and debt. So you could be coming into your power in a relationship where you share resources, or in your relationship to money, in your relationship to institutions that give you a return on your investments. And you could feel this ascension that I talked about in part 1 of the video, this moving to a new level of consciousness. You could really feel it strongly with because you're having it in your 8th house. Spirit says to you, do not let anyone rain on your parade, Leo. When I tuned into you, I felt a strength in you. I felt carefreeness even from you. And I think that's why that message is what it is, because I feel you in your power, a lot of you in your power. And so if anything in your external world pulls on you, and whether it's a person, a relationship, an institution, something to do with your money that is challenging, if anything pulls on you, brings up fear, the 8th house is the place we transform that fear. It's where we have a moment. You know, this is the 8th house of power. So if you are getting pulled on in any way, that is, you will transform it if you do that intentional inner work and come through that much stronger, that much more in your personal power. So Leo, let's see what the cards have to say for you. Beautiful Leo. Intent, yes, intention. Intention is everything. Focus your energy. There is amazing power in a strong intention. Where intention goes, energy flows. This is a very ethereal, that's a new word I just made up. This is a very mystical. I was thinking of ethereal and mystical, and I made it into the word ethereal. But this is a very mystical image, as you can see. And she is so focused. Notice how focused she is. She is so focused on the magic that she's creating. That's what I love about this card. And she believes in herself. She is believing in herself 100%. So that's what I'm getting from this card. Beautiful Leo. Let me know what you get from the card. Let me know what you see in this card. Share it with us in the comments below. I would love to hear, and I know that we would all love to hear. Cancer, hello, beautiful Cancer. Cancer, my moon and my rising are in Cancer, and we are experiencing this Pisces new moon in our 9th house of expansion. This is a place to receive an awakening, a divine download. This is the house of adventure and new horizons. It is long distance travel. It's higher learning. It's that metaphysical course that you might want to take. It is maybe a graduation from a course, although this is a new moon, so this is where we're planting seeds for expanding anything in the 9th house arena, which is teaching, learning, publishing, long distance travel, and moving to a new culture, speaking a new language, learning a new language, anything legal. This is the house of the court system. Some of you could be deciding to do something that is requiring legal action, or you could be shoring up your foundation in this area, which is what the Virgo full moon was about for Cancers as well. Shoring up your foundation, doing things that you need to do in order to meet legal requirements, in order to make something more in alignment with the structures of the 3D world, the earthly world. But this is where you could get that realization or that epiphany, and where you are rising, Cancer. I love this so much, where you are rising to the next level of consciousness. Should you say yes to this new level of your soul's evolution? I think most of us, most of you watching this video, will probably say yes, because if not, it will be uncomfortable. I think it will be I think it will be continually more and more uncomfortable for us to not do the work that Saturn's asking us to do, asked us to do during the Virgo full moon, and Saturn's also making a wide conjunction to this moon, as I spoke about in part 1 of this video. But it's supporting us. That's the thing. It feels like an obstacle at times, and that's uncomfortable, and I'm just going to say shitty. It is. Oh my gosh, I swear it, I think, for the first time. But on the video, not for the first time in my life. But yes, Saturn obstacles are really heavy to move through. They're hard, but ultimately it's bringing us more confidence and more sense of, okay, I did what I had to do. I jumped through the hoops I needed to jump through so that I can feel more solid and secure where I am. Your message from Spirit, well, first of all, you're getting a trine from this new moon, which is really beautiful, Cancer, especially if you felt the Virgo full moon. If you have planets in the mutable signs, you may have felt that heaviness from the Virgo full moon. But now we are moving toward the new moon in Pisces, and you're getting a trine, which is the wind at your back. It's the flow. It's being carried down the river with ease. And Spirit's message to you is you belong to your soul first. I know a lot of Cancers who want partners, and they've been waiting a really long time. And the thing that's difficult about that for Cancers is that Cancers want emotional security. They derive a lot of strength and energy and feel more tethered in the physical world from partnership. And yet, a lot of Cancers haven't had that, and that's been really tough. However, what Spirit wants you to remember is that you belong to your soul. You are not untethered. You do have a belonging. It's hard because the soul is invisible, but you can feel it. And that's the thing. In Pisces energy, we feel our way. And in Cancer energy, we feel our way too. You feel it. You feel it in your solar plexus. You feel it in different ways. But Spirit also said that through this new moon, you're getting a sense of more freedom to roam, more freedom to fly, more freedom to explore, Cancer. And you're being invited to give yourself that freedom. And that means taking a risk, I think, for a lot of Cancers. And that's not easy for Cancers to do. Cancers do love the safety of their shell, but it's 9th house, and that is new horizons. That is long distance travel. That is giving yourself the yes to explore outside of your comfort zone, Cancer. So let's see what the cards have for Cancers. Cancer, your card is peace. Embrace your confusion. Let there be peace in not knowing all the answers. So for those of you that relate to this card, that feel like I need more peace in my life, we are between timelines right now. Being between timelines is hard, but we are also ascending to the next level. And you are safe, Cancer. You are safe. You are held. You are protected. So when you are confused, if you are confused and you don't know which way to go, you don't know which decision to make, you're not ready to take a risk, perhaps that's when it's helpful to remind ourselves that we're in process. As I spoke about in the Pisces season video, we are in process. It's okay to be confused. You won't be confused forever. Go back to your soul. Go back to the truth that you are protected. You have many helpers and guides in the divine, all of which love you unconditionally, all of which see your beautiful light and celebrate it. Come back to your body, come back to this moment, come back to peace. Beautiful Cancer. If you relate to this, let me know. Leave me a comment in the comments below. I'd love to hear. Hello, beautiful Gemini. Gemini, I have my natal sun in Gemini. And Gemini, you who are Gemini risings, you are having this new moon in Pisces in your 10th house of career. This is the top of your chart. This is the most public area of your chart, your legacy, your life purpose, where you feel fulfilled, where you feel like you have meaning, where you are following your passion, you are doing what your heart wants you to do, and in a way that is honoring to you, is the big message of this Pisces new moon. And because Gemini, you're getting a square from this new moon energy, squares push us forward. They move us through some discomfort into a breakthrough. And this is a breakthrough new moon with Uranus making a sextile to the new moon. There's something new that you are planting in terms of seeds and new possibilities in career. This could be a new way of doing career. This could be a new version of your career. You could be adding something if you have your own business. You could be adding a service, or you could be adding a product. If you don't have your own business, if you are in a job or you want to retire, you could be really focused on this during this new moon. You will be very focused on it. You will be thinking about your future. This is future focused new moon, especially with, we've got to let go of the past first. Pisces is past energy. We have to let go of the past. We have to let go of what hasn't worked out, our failures, so-called mistakes, our fears of it not working out again. We have to release that, let it go. But with Venus and Mars during this full moon still in Aquarius, that's a future focused vision. We are coming up with a new reality, a new vision. And for you, Gemini, that is in the area of career, legacy, or retirement, or some semi-retirement. And for all of you, wherever you are on that trajectory of career, new career, new business, new job, and like retiring for good, wherever you are in that timeline, you are still focused on what will bring you the most meaning, fulfillment, and spark to your life. Spark to your life, Gemini. So, passion. This is all about following your passion, saying yes to your heart. Your message from Spirit, Gems, is Gemini, remember your why and work backwards from there. What do you want and why do you want it? What is most important to you and why? Work backwards from there, because that's how you're going to get to your manifestation, whatever you want to manifest during this new moon. And Saturn and Neptune are working to free you from self-sacrifice, from over-sacrificing, from giving up too much, even if it's in teeny tiny increments that you give up things. It's not working for you anymore, Gemini. It's not giving you the ability to create the sustainable long-term foundation underneath what you do that you absolutely need to succeed and to feel good and to be in your full vitality. So Gems, I am shuffling the cards, and let's see what the cards have for Geminis. Gemini, during the Pisces full moon, your card is silence. Are you giving yourself enough silence? Rest your mind. Silence is good self-care. I love the artistry in this card. She is completely surrounded by leaves. She's in a pile of leaves, and she's letting that earthly, physical matter of the leaves soften and relax her energy. She is connected to the earthly. The earth supports you, Gemini. The earth's energy holds you. Let the earth's energy hold you while you are receiving from the divine. And in Pisces energy, we often receive while we're in our sleep, while we're resting. You can go to bed with a question mark in your mind and you can wake up with the answer. Or you can take a nap and wake up and feel revitalized and with a new inspiration. So beautiful, Gemini. It's okay to take a break. It's okay. I know that Geminis move fast. They want to keep moving. They want to keep things going. But it's also time to gift yourself with silence. If this resonates, gems, beautiful gem, leave me a comment if you'd like. I would love to hear. Taurus, beautiful Taurus. Taurus, you are experiencing the Pisces new moon in your 11th house of friendships, alliances, long-term gains, financial gains, hopes, wishes, and dreams. This is the house of your wish, the dream of your life. And this is a dreaming full moon. It's happening in Pisces. This is where we are coming up with a new reality. And for you, this is your social life and friendships, or it is the groups and causes, the things that you rally around that give you passion. This is all the big picture. This is the house of support. This is feeling supported for whatever is most important to you right now, Taurus. And you're receiving a beautiful sextile from the Pisces water energy to your earth energy. So you should receive a new opportunity or a new solution during this new moon. And for those of you who've wanted to expand your alliances, who've wanted to expand, like this is also social media. So if you want to start a new social media platform, for example, if you want to have more of a presence, or if you want to get off social media, it's all of our values are different. All of us have different needs and desires and goals, but whatever your goal is in any of these realms of the public world and community, this is really about communicating with the outside world, especially online. This is where you're planting those seeds. Taurus, your message from Spirit is stay true to your heart. The sky is the limit, which means there is no limit. Because as we know, the sky goes on forever, right? The heavens go on forever. The planets, we are floating on this blue and green ball. It's quite amazing when you actually step back or zoom out and see the truth of us living these human lives on this planet, right? So the sky is the limit. You are not, if you feel constrained in any way or limited in any way, Spirit wants you to know, shift that perception, shift that reality, because you are not. And this 11th house is also the world. It's new horizons. There is a new cycle beginning for you, Taurus. So let's see what the cards have to say for you. Taurus. Taurus, you're getting a big permission slip to relax if you needed one. Allow yourself to be lazy. It is okay to do nothing, which Taurians often need to hear because you guys are the builders. You keep plodding forward, one step in front of the other. But Pisces energy is a time for us to take a break a lot of the time. And with a Pisces new moon, you may be more tired. You may be want more naps. You may want to go on vacation. This is the time to do that. You're fully supported. And she is so beautiful in this card. There's a butterfly, so relaxing and letting yourself be in comfort and luxury, even for you, whatever luxury is for you, Taurus, will be transformational for you. And it will make you feel the red in this card, which is anchoring and root chakra. It will make you feel more anchored and secure to give yourself time to do absolutely nothing. Beautiful Taurus. Aries, beautiful Aries. Aries, 12th house, the 12th house of retreat and rejuvenation and receiving divine downloads, awakenings, really communing with your soul. This is where you're having the Pisces new moon. Very, very powerful place to have a new moon. And Pisces, of course, rules the subconscious mind. And Aries, this is where you're having this new moon. What's coming in for me right now is that many of you are going to feel this, even though it's a new moon and that's new beginnings and that's planting seeds for your next vision, your new reality. And this is an elevated reality. I feel that some of you are going to be releasing an old reality during this time. And you could say, well, we always release something to step into something new. But it's doubly amplified right now because of just where we are, because of Pluto in Aquarius, because we're in a brand new era, because this new moon is going to have a mini culmination with the eclipse that we have in Libra. And Libra opposes your energy, Aries, so you may feel that eclipse quite profoundly. You may feel the beginning of a course correction if you're not already feeling it during this Pisces new moon, asking you to release something, to say yes to a brand new reality. And this is the house of mystical union, where we feel the union with our divine self, where we feel that oneness. Some of you have already done this, or you will be doing it, and that is rewiring something in your subconscious mind. Your imagination may really call to you during this Pisces new moon, Aries. You may really feel pulled into a deeper dive meditation, guided meditation, visualization, soul journey that then catapults you into that new timeline. And I do have meditations for you in the description box below, as well as you can download my free guided meditation that will connect you to your spirit, to your unconditionally loving guides, by going to my website and signing up for my weekly inspirational astrology updates. So, Aries, your message from Spirit is you are being prepared. It started with the Virgo full moon. It's continuing. This new moon, I really feel, is like part 2 of the Virgo full moon. During this new moon, you are being prepared for your season, for Aries season. You are fired up. Be mindful. Mercury's in Aries during this new moon. Be mindful, and that will make your mind probably more active. So be mindful of your true desires and prioritize. Prioritize, because you could have a lot going on in your mind during this new moon, Aries. With Mercury in your sign, okay, at 1 degree, which is new beginnings. So that's really supportive. Okay, Aries, your card. Aries. Yep, release. That's what I was getting. Have a good cry. Grief is a doorway to your deepest self. In Pisces energy, we often are really rejuvenated from a good cry. And so much red in this card. She's wearing a red gown. There's a reddish fuchsia flower here, which is our instinctual drive, our ego self, our root chakra. And Aries, that is connected to you, the root chakra. And the first moments in our childhood when we either had our emotional needs met or not met. So something could come up for you during this Pisces new moon that brings you back to a childhood moment and allows you to comfort your inner child, allows you to take care of you with the help of Spirit. If you connect to Spirit first, bring that loving energy down into your inner child, and that could really create a beautiful shift for you. Don't be afraid. For those of you who don't like to cry, and I'm sure, you know, that's probably a small percentage of you. I'm double Cancer, so I love a good cry. But for those of you who don't let yourself cry maybe that often, this new moon is going to bring you a beautiful gift of a new, higher elevated consciousness or a breakthrough if you allow this release. Beautiful Aries. Beautiful friend, thank you for joining me for this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes, your thumbs ups, for your comments, for your shares, for your subscribes to my channel. All of your support really helps my channel grow. It's very supportive. I'm so grateful to you. And regardless of when you're watching, whether it's the Sunday premiere in the chat room, if you're with us, thank you for being here. It makes me so happy to hang out with you guys. Or you're watching at another time, I appreciate you. I would love to support you through an astrology consultation or a coaching session. During your astrology consultation, we can do a natal chart reading, we can do a heart's desire reading, we can do a year ahead 2024 reading, or we can do a synastry relationship reading. There are a lot of choices. Go to my website, read the testimonials from other people who have worked with me. That should give you a sense of whether you feel called to work with me. I'm excited to tell you about what I see in your natal chart, your gifts, your talents, your dharma. What is ready for you to step into now? What new reality is this Pisces new moon calling you to? And what challenges have you been going through with the transits that are happening for you now? We will cover this and more in your astrology consultation. You can bring any questions about what's going on in your life to your reading. Please do. And if you'd like coaching support, go to my coaching page and check out my offerings there. You can download my free gift for you, which is a guided meditation, a soothing connect to oneness, connect to your heart, return to your spirit. This is what this guided meditation is for, to connect you to the unconditional love of the divine and to help you to determine your next step. Just go to my website, subscribe to my inspirational updates, and you will get that free instant download when you do. So my beautiful friend, this Pisces new moon is taking us into a new reality. It is ushering us into the next level of our consciousness, a brand new timeline. We are being asked to release any modes of self-sacrifice, to up-level our sense of deserving, to know our worth, and to co-create from that place. So let me know how you're feeling this energy. Let me know what you're wanting with this Pisces new moon. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. And until my next video, I am sending you all my love.